Hello, let's do connections for Tuesday, July 22nd. Okay, let's see what Taco Tuesday starting word we're getting today. We get murky. Murky. It's kind of a mid. Mid, as the kids say, starting word. The M is not a great letter. The K is not great, but they're not like super crazy letters either. So let's see if it gets us anything. Ooh, great starting word. Seeing the U-R second like that would make me usually think it would be something like R-R-Y, but we don't have the Y. Is there anything that goes urch? Like church, but church is 6 letters long. Perch, but perch is spelled with an E. Yeah, I'm not seeing that. Maybe Ursh? Kirsch. Tersh. Tersh is a word, right? But I don't know if it's spelled that way. Lursh. That doesn't look right. Burst. Ooh, we could be an erst word. How many erst words are there? I mean first, but that's spelled an I. Is it just burst? Did I get burst? Oh man, I thought that I had that in 2 there for a second. When was the last time I got a 2? Burnt. It's a past tense word, which they generally don't do, but that's because they don't like putting ed on the ends of words, because that would just make a ton of words, a ton of extra words. Burnt is past tense, but it's not. It doesn't make it spelled like a whole lot of other words, so it doesn't add a whole lot of words to the answer list. So I'm thinking it's burnt. It is just burnt. Hashtag no blues. Okay, murky ended up being a pretty darn good starting word there with that UR. Especially eliminating the Y, because I figure most words that have UR second and third would end in a Y. So that, I think, probably limited the options quite a bit. You know what? I have access to the bot, and I never look at this. Well, you want to look at the bot? I never do that on Wordle. Did you beat the bot? Let's check. Read my analysis of today's Wordle. Did you minimize the expected number of turns it would take to solve the puzzle? 84 to 99, so not that much. Luck, very high on luck, I guess. A little bit higher than average, or lower than average in guesses, 3 as opposed to 3.6 average. Now, I usually never look at this. Slate, from what I remember, it usually picks slate. Skill score in my opening word is 75. Yeah, it's not a great starting word in general. It is distinctive, I will agree with that. So many people pick a do. I don't agree with that. Or audio, that's just too many vowels. I'm not a fan of the vowel heavy starts. Stare is still up there. That used to be my word. I stopped once it actually was the answer. All right, then burst. Skill of only 68. Words left 1. So yeah, this left only burnt. There were still 26 words after murky. Okay. I wonder how many. I wonder what they are. Can you look at those? Let's go back. I'm not used to looking at this. Comparing our guesses. Does it tell you what the other words are? The 18 other readers who face the same scenario as me. So only 18 other people had murky as the starting word. And it gets the highest skill to or the highest skill to scale. Well, I guess if you're not playing in hard mode, which I don't do, but I still like to try to generally stick to hard mode until the end. But there's a ton of people who had my scenario. They must only be looking at the one previous word. Because if only 18 people picked murky as their starting word, then obviously there's going to be less than that one that had burst as their second starting word. So this must not include people who only had murky as their starting word. It must include everybody who had burst as their second word. It would have gone slate, count, burnt. Okay. All right. Everyone's guess today on turn 1, based on 500,000 Wordles. All right. All right, I'm not sure really what to do with that information. Okay. All right, so maybe based on the stats, murky wasn't as great a starting word as I thought. I just had a great second guess with burst, which left only burnt as the last option there for the third guest. Guess, not guest. If you are enjoying the videos, please leave a like, subscribe, follow, and let me know how you did today.